Make sure everything looks good. All right. Oh yeah, let me turn this off here. There we go. Let me see if I make sure I didn't get any messages or anything like that. All right. Hope all is well. Um, well, I could say that the last 48 hours have been absolute garbage for me in terms of physical health, but considering where I was, you know, yesterday or even the day before, I was not feeling too well. But I'm happy to say I'm feeling better. That being said, I'm not gonna overstrain myself. I'm going to be as even keel as I can possibly be. So that being said, I'm gonna take it a bit slow in terms of commentary style. And hello to Claire Carey. Nice to see you. And also hello to Clinton's Warp Productions, aka Clinton Flippin'. Of course, I'm still recovering from a cold, but I'm thankful that I'm feeling much better than I did, as I mentioned before, the last 2 days. So I'm happy about that. And yeah, I'm feeling much better though. So I'm gonna do my best to provide as much action as I possibly can. And also try to spit out as much mucus as I could possibly spit out. I know it sounds disgusting. I know it's disgusting, but gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, hope everything is doing. Hope all is well. I wanted to get this out before most people have to go and get dinner. Um, or if you're watching this from the comfort of your own home, sit back, relax, get a good beverage or maybe a nice hot soup or something. Because for the next hour and a half or so, uh, I tremendously say that you will be rightfully entertained by some of the best players in the world, and they happen to be in the Super Bowl. So let's get to it. Let's do it. So before I go any further, let me share this with the notification squad. I already shared this with most of the people that have Discord, and for those who don't, and I don't have a way to contact them, that's one thing. Let me contact Drum Monkey and Shifty the Clown, and then we'll get started. So, and this would also be a good time to go get snacks and stuff like that. So, go for it. Sorry about that. All right. Okay? There's Joker. Let me get him. Oh yeah, and Shifty too. I almost forgot about that. All right. All right. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Oh, I forgot to get my pop out chat. And hey, what's up, Joshua? I'm off to do some stuff. I'll be right back. Not a problem, Joshua. Not a problem. All right, there we go. Got it. Okay. All right, now Drum Monkey. All right, and then finally we get Shifty. All right, there we go. All right, let me check up on the chat again. I will be having dinner at my own house for Thanksgiving, so I wanted to get this done beforehand. And also, hey, what's up? AAWF chilling with your parents on Thanksgiving. That's awesome. Always great to see. Okay, so let's get the Cowboys. Of course, the Cowboys are the road team in this case. Against the Panthers that are the home team. But of course, we all know that when it comes to the Cowboys, you know, tradition goes out of the window though. And it's kind of funny that the Cowboys are going to be featured today, IRL. Also, hey, what's up, Brandon? Of course, Brandon did come off of winning a championship with the Washington Commanders. And of course, Jose, also good to see you as well. All right. So now that I've let all the others know, let's just get right into it. Let's get into the game. Hey, great to see you, Atticus. And also, I'll mention something to, well, I'll run something by you, Mr. Atticus. Sorry. There we go. And of course, it's going to be 10 minutes. Yeah. And everything else looks good. All right, cool. Let's get to it. Yeah, they don't, and yet they did beat the Packers. Of course, they did beat the Packers. Thank you very much, Atticus. I appreciate that. No, they played the Packers 3 seasons ago, season 9's Super Bowl, and the Packers lost to the Cowboys. Of course, they had a different team back then, but we'll find out if anything changes. And just in time, Zach Walker, Jordan Walker, whatever you want to call him, it's time.
It's Super Bowl Sunday.
Also, let me chew some gum here. Good gum here. Yeah. Good to see you, man.
We'll see Aaron Rodgers.
So we'll find out if Aaron Rodgers can get back his prime form, and if he does, the Packers will have a great chance. But if not, then the Cowboys are just going to steamroll over the Packers.
The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56.
You know, I just found it weird that the NFC beat the AFC in the opening round, and then it just came down to NFC teams. So the fact that it came down to these two is nothing short of incredible. Yeah, that absolutely is true. That is absolutely true. They haven't been able to seal the deal since, Troy Aikman. Especially during their final Super Bowl run. Yeah, you're the best center in the game. When you try me with a sorry defensive tackle, that's the result you're going to get. I like that. But I like his confidence, though. Of course, while the Packers don't have a defensive tackle from a created player standpoint, they do have some other weapons too, so that might cause a problem for the Cowboys. However, it is going to be Green Bay that starts off with the ball, so it's going to be up to their defense to stop them first. Go, ref. Okay. But also, I'm going to try to ease up on my voice a little bit. Or try to commentate it a la Pat Summerall style. You know, where he doesn't say very much, but when he does say something, he makes it count. So, or uses a deep voice, rather. All right, here we go. They kick it away. They take it out. And they get to the 29. That's not a bad return there.
Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work.
All right. So we all know who Aaron Rodgers is. I don't even have to tell you who he is. But for the offensive players for the Packers, you have at center, Biological. At left guard, Triple B, Beetleborgs, whatever you want to call him. And at tight end, Shifty the Clown. On defense, you have Gregory Blakely, the defensive tackle, Darius Helms, the free safety, and the middle linebacker, MBN John. So you have 3 defensive studs against 3 offensive studs. So it's going to really come down to execution on that side of the ball when it comes to Dallas and Green Bay. Now, both teams do have a kicker / punter. I mean, for the Cowboys, they have Clinton Flippin. And for the Packers, they have Drum Monkey. And we'll get to the other side of the ball when they touch it, so let's get to it. They fake the handoff. Plenty of time. And now he's going to run it. Oh, pick 6, and it's by who else? MBN John. MBN John. I was just talking about MBN John. However, let's find out what the call is. And it was an illegal forward pass, so it will not matter as Dallas does, in fact, get the interception, so they get the ball. Yes. Yeah, he was drafted by Dallas. Yes. And, yeah, MBN John. Yeah. He got the yeah, you called it, but it was John, the defensive leader. Now let's get to the first let's go through this play, and they only get 2 yards on that one. Now on offense, you have Jordan Walker, the center, and without a doubt the biggest weakness that Dallas had prior to the draft, and they needed someone to hold the center, and that man.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
That's an excellent play by
Wait, was it that bot that you just hit? I'm just curious. All right.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first.
All right, and then for the Packers, they have a defensive end in Brooklyn Joker. Okay, cool. Anyway, nice run there by Elliott to get a first down.
We talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out.
I mean, Elliott just bull rushed his way into getting a first down, and that's what happened.
To show respect to him. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
So yeah, keep your eye on the man with the ball, or the man that starts with the ball. There we go. Doing a great job helping his teammates and giving him enough time to get it to Wilson. Great catch there for 18 yards.
I know many people like to go to the tight end, maybe in a little flex.
And of course, Atticus going to go for the Packers on behalf of the fact that John, the guy who's going to be facing off against at Blue Toad Mania. Also, Atticus, I probably should have asked you this, but if you had to choose a matchup, or a match type, I should say, to go against John, what would it be? And I probably would ask John the same question, too. I only had ladder match as a placeholder, really.
Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover,
but that's on me. But also for the fact that I was sick the last 2 days. A knockout match. Okay. I will ask John. And we'll see what he comes up with. Because if he says cage match, then I'm be like, oh yeah, we could just put a knockout match in a cage. That's no problem. But we'll see what he says. They hand it off. And, yep, they closed the gap, and they prevented Elliott from getting the score easily.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz.
3rd and 3 at the 4.
They would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win.
Let's see what Jordan Walker does after he snaps the ball. Let's look.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott.
And Prescott, no, he gets caught.
Back at the 11-yard line.
And it was Zadarius Smith who caught him. Great stop by the pack. That'll probably limit it to a field goal. So while Prescott was smart enough not to run in the direction of where Joker was, he ran the opposite way, but Zadarius Smith got him. So great play there by Smith. All right, now it's time for Clinton to get his field goal. Let's see if he gets it. He does. 3-0. Dallas. Not bad considering they didn't start with the ball first and they got a turnover. So Clinton is responsible for 3 points. To be specific on the settings. Oh.
Come away with the points now. Come back and get greedy later and try and put it in the end zone.
Hey, how's it going, Patty? Extreme rules, KO only. Baseball bats as weapons. I'll run that by Jonathan. And obviously, if he doesn't say anything between now and when Blue Toad Mania starts, then that's the matchup I'll go with. Now, if he counters with something, I will let you know. But he has to counter it before, you know, or at least before an hour before Blue Toad Mania begins. So I'm going to run it by him. All right, so now if you're Green Bay, you got to find a way to overcome that mistake and just put it behind you and not make it again.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
They hand it off. And he decides to go in the middle when he probably should have just kept going to the right, but sorry about that. Only gets 2 yards on that.
They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
All right, 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Rodgers.
And they get it to who else? The big man, Shifty the Clown, and he's a huge guy to take down. Look at that, Shifty the Clown. Have you ever seen a tight end that big that can move that quick? Look at that. Nice catching hands, though. Look at that. Caught it. I mean, you got to go low. You can't go high.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
At the 49-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Rodgers completes it. And he gets 2nd and inches to Alan Lazard.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They hand it off. They get the first down and a whole lot more. In fact, they get to the 25-yard line. But yeah, how's everything going in Paddy Lawndale land? I can't pronounce Lawndale. That's how we pronounce it, but obviously it's not correct.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
All right, 1st and 10.
Now
they hand it off, and they get nothing. A no gain.
Lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Low nail. Low nail. Okay, low nail.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're
low
going
nail.
to go.
All right, that's easy to pronounce that way.
Trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there.
Low nail.
Ran him down.
Thank you for correcting me there, Atticus Sutton. I always call the dudes like Atticus Sun, Crimson Ninja Sun, Joshua Sun, Jordan Walker Sun. I always call the dude Sun. Because I just have this thing with, you know, the Karate Kid with Mr. Miyagi calling him Daniel Sun. So that's where I got it from.
Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped
Anyway,
up
nice stop there by the Cowboys, as they put a stop to Jones. That's another thing you got to do. You got to stop the run. Both teams do, but most especially the Cowboys. All right, cool.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd
Thank you, Atticus.
bringing in an extra defensive back.
Lanale. Okay, Lanale.
And he's going to be marked down short of the first.
Well, they now force a 4th down.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Nice completion there, but not enough to get a 1st down to get it to Valdez Scantling. Let's see what Green Bay's gonna do.
So now on 4th
Well,
down,
it looks like Drum Monkey's gonna come in there and score it and tie it up.
This from 34.
And they do, so it's a field goal apiece.
At 3-3.
Great job there by Drum Monkey.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Hey, Patty, says everybody. Says Brandon and Clinton.
Goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
They take it out. And they don't get very far. They got to the 24. No, you cannot have turnovers though. Maybe I shouldn't have spelled it like. Maybe I should have spelled it like Lanale. Yeah.
Because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed
to so hey, well, how's it going, Jen?
That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal.
Well, Jen, I'm happy to say that, well, just like everybody else that's watching the game, and also, hey, how's it going, Shifty? I didn't see you there. Well, what's up, Shifty? Of course, how can I miss Shifty? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. He's on the bench right now as defense is on. But hey, how's it going, Shifty? But yeah, Jen and most of the people that are watching the game are watching this in the suites. So I hope you guys enjoyed the suites. The E is supposed to have an accent over it. Oh, yeah, I see.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Oh, you woke up just in time to see. Right now, it's a tie game. Right now, Dallas has the ball.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And that time, they only got 1 yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit.
But yeah, for Shifty, this is his Super Bowl debut, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no. Sorry. Actually, no. He was in the Super Bowl last year. I forgot about that. He was with the Cleveland Browns last year. I just remember now. No, this is his second consecutive appearance at the Super Bowl. That's what it is.
Prescott now.
Prescott gets the pass off, and he gets a whole lot as they get past midfield at the 38 to Jarwin.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed.
23 yards.
How they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can
That's
run,
a great
them
play
on
to
offenses,
Jarwin.
catch the ball. How much yardage can they
Didn't
get?
realize how talented he was, but hey, he got himself open. That's because I'm the man. Well, right now, we're going to find out if Green Bay can stop them, and, well, they did a good job with limiting it to just a yard. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run.
All right.
They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker.
Well, anyway, Prescott was trying to find somebody, but could only muster to get 5 yards on that run. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big
Anyway, there you see Joker at number 92. We'll see if Joker can come up with a big play here.
Prescott to throw it. Looking left side, and he's
And another conversion and a first down.
Have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves.
Another big play by Ezekiel Elliott. Nice catch by him and a great throw by Prescott.
But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6.
All right, there you see Walker.
In good position, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott.
And they get the run. He gets past Joker. And does he get enough for a first down? He does. Right now, Dallas doing a great job with running the ball and mixing it up with the pass. So definitely keeping Green Bay guessing as to what they're going to do. I mean, Joker tried to get to him, but he didn't have the angle to do it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st
All right.
and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12.
Now Prescott.
And they get it, and it's a touchdown. Cowboys.
With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Cowboys.
And they got it to CeeDee Lamb.
That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really.
Of course,
tire
Matt
out the defense,
LaFleur, I can't talk, not very happy with his defensive coordinator. Great catch, and way to seal the deal if you're the Cowboys. Hold on a moment.
Now for the point after.
And the extra point is good, so now it's a 10-3 game.
Good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Had to get some water in me. All right, so 9 seconds left in the first quarter. So now it's going to be up to Green Bay to answer back. All right.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I'm just built different as a center. Yeah, you are. Well, all right. Well, Shifty, it's up to you and the offense to answer that back. It'll be up to the defense on their next defensive possession, but for now, it's up to Green Bay to get it done. So they got 4 seconds left in this first quarter, and all of the next quarter. Every quarter is 10 minutes. As opposed to 15. And intercepted! Jordan Lewis with an interception. And he gets it at the end of the quarter. Wow. Well, obviously, if the Packers lose this game, I have a feeling that Shifty is going to put Aaron Rodgers through a table. That's his second pick. Wait, why are you shaking your head? That's actually good for you. If anyone should be shaking their head, it's Shifty. Anyway, they got 5 yards on that play there. He's like, Aaron, get over here.
5 yards remaining.
You know what, Shifty? I don't blame you if you decide to bring in Aaron Rodgers to your show and you know, beat the piss out of him.
Now Prescott.
Although, wait a minute. Just as I say that, Prescott throws an interception. And Jair Alexander gets it. Well, if you're going to shake your head now, Mr. Walker, now would be a good time. Yeah. Great play there by Jair Alexander. He's like, no.
Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned
all
those
right.
2 picks. No
well, now it's time for Rodgers to redeem himself.
It's Rodgers. And he will go down.
And, well, he only manages to get... No, wait. I'm sorry. He gets. He loses 3 yards on that. I don't know if I could call that. Is that a sack? Yeah, that's a sack. Okay. But who did he run into? Oh, he ran into Micah Parsons. That's what happened. Yeah, Micah saw him and he let go of who he was being blocked by, and then he got his hands on Rodgers and he took him down. So that's a loss of 3 yards right there.
13 yards remaining on second down.
Yeah, that is karma, though.
Another try after the
Rodgers, another completion.
Rodgers. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just
anyway, how's it going, Mr. Elmeister?
Quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of
also, this young man, Elmeister, just released 2 videos. So if you want to check out Elmeister's first 2 videos on YouTube, check them out. They're awesome. And a completion, although I don't think he'll have enough for a first down, though. No, they do not.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short.
I thought it was picked for a second, too, but no, it wasn't.
Offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
I'm happy you're doing well, man. I'm still trying to recover from a sickness, if you couldn't tell. That's why I'm not, like, overly chatty as I usually would be. And for Aaron Rodgers, man, not doing so well. Well, he manages to get the kick away, does Drum Monkey, but he manages to get it down at the 19. Or, I'm sorry, that was Rodriguez who kicked it. I'm sorry. Not sure why they didn't put Drum Monkey in there.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized.
I mean, another storyline that you have is Mike McCarthy, head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, against the team that he was formerly head coach of, Green Bay. And last time, you know, the Cowboys won. Although this time around, the defense is doing much better. Both defenses are doing better. It's just that Dallas, for that one time, got the job done, and that's so far been the difference in the scoring so far.
There's a whole lot of ticked off linebacker.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13.
Yeah, I went on the number 2 line both ways this past Monday. I might do a request from my friend and the Reginator, MBN John. You know, kind of funny that you mentioned MBN John, because his character is in the game right now. Well, albeit he's a defensive player, so he's not on the field currently, but yeah, he's in the Super Bowl right now. Throw me the ball. He loves Coney Island. Awesome. Hold on.
To throw is Prescott.
And another interception. I mean, what the hell is this? Although, wait, we have a flag. Let's see what the flag is against. It's against Eric Stokes. So that means that the possession is retained by Dallas, or was he? Yeah. Well,
Instead, they'll be marking up yardage against them.
So here's
no wait. Instead, it got reversed. I'm sorry. Lucky call though.
And that one goes for about 6.
I'm sorry about the.
Down just shy of the 45.
And then it's like, bro. Wait,
Wait,
what's up, Almeister?
And maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up
What's
a
up?
significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make
Why do
a
I
play?
think of Stokely when I see Eric Stokes? I don't know.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And then,
and he'll take this
well,
close to about the 45.
he only manages to get a yard on that one, 3rd and 3.
Leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, 3rd and 3.
Prescott from the gun.
A completion and a first down at the 44, past midfield. No, you did not pay the ref. Come on. If that was the case, then, you know, Shifty can just go over there and give you a choke slam for your trouble. Anyway, there was a player named Stokely when I see Eric Stokes, the guy who just got penalized. Oh, okay. Stokely. Ugh. First and 10. They hand it off. They get a good run on that one. Not bad.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
6 yards.
Frustrating for a defense.
2nd and 4.
Energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball.
Brandon
very
Stokely?
happy.
That's a good question.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Oh, of course.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 28.
Well, I'll tell you what, for the fact that Daniel Jones did that, it's not unusual. You know why? Because he's not Tom Jones, that's why.
And they're taking advantage of it.
It's the most Daniel Jones thing to do. Don't get me wrong, he's had a much better season than he's had, you know, in the seasons leading up to this, but he still has to show me something.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and he'll go down right
Anyway,
at the
8
edge
yards
of
on
the
that
red
gain
zone,
with that
following a
run.
pickup of about
2nd and
7 or
2.
8.
Well, so far it's been successful for Dallas when it comes to running the ball.
But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things,
In fact, that's something that Green Bay is going to have to stop, and that's to stop the run. They hand it off again. Oh, but he doesn't get very far.
Maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
I might have to look at the clip, Elmeister, son.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your
Brandon Stokely.
If someone shows,
Yeah, I do remember him now. Now that you mention him. Yeah, because he played for the Broncos, I remember. And, well, this time Green Bay gets a big play by Zadarius Smith with his 2nd sack. And it forces him to go all the way to the 31.
And that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had.
I didn't see how this collapsed. Let's take a look. Well, it was Smith who was, well, the other Smith for Dallas who was supposed to stop him. Zadarius Smith from the Packers, but unfortunately Zadarius Smith got to him, and now it's up to Clinton Flippin to get another field goal. This time from 31 yards. Or from the 31. And it's good. Well, if there's one thing that isn't broken, it's the fact that Clinton can make field goals. So hopefully we'll get a word from Clinton after he gets back from... here's what Shifty says about what intentional grounding is. If the QB throws the ball away while inside either of the defensive tackles and the ball does not pass the line of scrimmage. Yeah, kickers are definitely an extension of the offense without question. Clinton would tell you that.
Rodgers on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes
well, I'll tell you what, though.
They came in with a plan
oh, excuse me.
So I think now you try and mix
I'll tell you what, though.
a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other
this game is far from over, though. I mean, there's still a whole half left to go and 3 minutes and 33 seconds left
don't take him totally out of
in this half.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
They hand it off. They get the run. But they, in fact, they lose, or actually, no, they get 2 yards on that. Never mind.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact
2 yards
in the running game
on that run.
And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers.
And no, that almost could have been intercepted, but it felt incomplete.
I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now
Me for
allowed a lot of
MVP.
receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
They get the completion, and 3 yards on that. 4th and 5. I'm telling you one thing, Dallas defensively has it going on.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On now now is the
Yeah, and it's
Packers
becoming
punter.
apparent that
As
Rodgers
they
is going
kick
to
it
get
away
put
for
through
the
a flaming
second
table
time.
when all is said and done. All right, so they'll start at the 26. Not a bad punt there by Drum Monkey.
The Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up
Trade
front.
Rodgers for tacos.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
May as well mention that Green Bay got past the Patriots and the Cardinals to get here. But they might have just met their match here.
Nice.
All right, 5 yards. Or actually 6 yards. 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote
Well, I wouldn't say that, Zach, because we have seen them come back.
That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing, Prescott.
Another completion.
It's Schultz. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
And a 2-minute warning. If there's one thing that always gets you back, it's, overconfidence. Anyway, there you see Walker, number 50.
A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime.
Prescott tries to make a run for it. He actually gets away, but he falls a few yards short of a first down. 2nd and 2.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
I mean, if you're Green Bay, you got to make a big play somehow, some way.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
And if you're Dallas, the worst thing you can do is turn the ball over. Well, or get sacked by Lowry.
Dean Lowry.
3rd and 4.
Able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass.
And I think I didn't see who that was. It was someone else. It wasn't Walker who was blocking him. All right, 3rd and 4. Big play for Green Bay.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
And a completion. Oh, that's huge both ways, but for the Cowboys, they retain possession and they call timeout.
Just over a minute to go before halftime.
61 seconds left. 1st and 10 at the 37. Hey, how's it going, Rockhawk 64? Well, it's at a neutral site, even though they are designated the road team. But also, you can check out Rockhawk 64 on Twitch of the same name. It's going good so far. It's at my house, so right now I'm just trying to get this done before Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, because last Super Bowl, it was a close game. It could have been won either way.
First down, Prescott.
Another completion. Did he get enough forward progress, though? I'm going to eat your butt out of the field, or through the field. Went to a buffet today. Ooh, interesting. Hey, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it. You know, not everybody gets to go to a buffet for Thanksgiving dinner, but it's cool. I'm cool with it.
From the red zone now, Prescott.
Oh, Prescott chased away.
Being chased out left.
And he gets only 3 yards on that.
Just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Dallas has one timeout left.
There on the scramble, and it's second down.
I'm going to put your butt through the
Cowboys
field.
signal for their third and final timeout.
Okay.
As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
I mean, heck, Shifty, you could make a storyline out of this. Seriously, you could. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Rock.
Now a second down and 6. He'll look to throw.
And Prescott. And nice catch and a touchdown. And the Cowboys are, for the most part, the team that's in sync the most.
Continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this
Kept
first
both
half.
feet inbounds. Great catch.
The second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess
Got to do some drinking when you got back.
A try here for the extra point.
And another extra point for Clinton.
A 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Oh.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
Oh, good.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half. As
20 and 3. Yeah.
This fielded right at the goal line.
We'll be playing a game together when she gets home. I figured I'd stop by and wish you all a happy, a good Thanksgiving. Oh, thank you so much, man. Sorry if I'm not very talkative. It's just I'm still recovering from a cold.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll
thank
take
you so
one
much,
shot
man.
at this. And they're just going to
Hand it off.
up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage
And
surrender
I think that's
there.
going to be the last play of the half. Right now, if you're Green Bay, you got to make some adjustments.
So we've come upon halftime.
Because if you don't,
The Super Bowl.
Dallas is going to win its second championship, its second Super Bowl in 4 seasons. They already won it in season 9, and it was against these very same Packers.
Of the EA Sports halftime report.
But
Thanks very much. Welcome everybody to our
it's never over
version
until it is over.
of the EA Sports halftime report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And Dallas will start with the ball. And for Green Bay, they're going to have to get it back. But first, they take it away.
Now Pollard.
They take it out.
And he'll go down.
And they get it to the 25.
At the 25-yard line. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession.
Right, but again, you never know. It's like you cannot count them out until it's over. You really can't.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day.
I mean, there's still 20 minutes left as opposed to 10 minutes left in this game rather than the games leading up to it.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
No, you cannot. That'd be the worst thing you could do.
And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi
And,
Trophy.
well,
Let's not
they only
slow
get
down now.
1 yard on that. Good first defensive stop there to limit it to 1 yard.
Went their way, and I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan, but you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on, so plenty can still happen.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now back to throw.
Another completion and a first down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen.
All right,
throughout
1st and
this
10
league.
at the
They don't want to fall
38.
victim to it themselves.
They hand it off.
First down. It's Elliott.
And he powers his way, does Ezekiel Elliott. That man is a beast. I'm telling you one thing. He was the difference
No matter how they phrase it,
for the Cowboys against the Buffalo Bills, as well as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In fact, Tampa Bay, they were up by, I believe it was 13-3. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, you know, Tampa Bay took the lead over Dallas, but then Dallas scored 21 points straight and won. So it's not like Dallas has never been down. They have been down before and they have been tested. But right now, the only team that's being tested right now is Green Bay.
Play action now, Prescott.
And another completion, and he gets it down to the 30 past midfield.
First down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern.
Great catch there by Amari Cooper back when he was still with the team.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there. So that
all right, at the 30. Almost closing in on the red zone.
A first down throw for Prescott.
A completion. Gets by 1. And he powers his way to a first down at the 19. And just inside the red zone is Ezekiel Elliott.
Getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down.
But yeah, wish for me well, especially for tomorrow. I'm hoping that I'll be back to full health tomorrow.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And a completion for 4 yards.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from
and Rodgers very upset, but if anyone should be upset with him, he should be upset with himself. I don't know if you saw, but Shifty was tapping his shoulder and says, hey, if we don't turn this game around, it's you who's going to be set on fire or put through a flaming table.
Looking to throw, Prescott.
Although Prescott gets sacked by Zadarius Smith. That's his 3rd sack. Well, I'll tell you one thing that's not broken is the fact that Zadarius Smith has 3 sacks to his name. So I don't think Shifty's going to be putting him through a table, that's for sure. In fact, I think Zadarius Smith would probably be the furthest person to receive the blame from Shifty.
3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
We're in those golden high tops as well.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Prescott. Nope. Gets caught by Kenny Clark. That's back-to-back sacks.
They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
All right, so now we get back to Clinton with his kicking game.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
And he got it.
Right.
That's another one.
It's good. And that will push this lead up to
I'll tell you what,
now.
Clinton is getting them those easy points. That's three field goals for him.
Put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10.
So Rodgers will start at the 25 with Green Bay. And they get a miserable 2 yards on that run.
Only for a couple here, second down.
I mean, you know, credit to the defense for Dallas with John and Gregory Blakely in the middle with, you know, being the defensive tackle. As well as the fact that you have a free safety. So even, you know, just the fact that Darius Helms is right there, you have to worry about him. Although this time they do get a completion, and perhaps the best completion for Rodgers to date, as they get it near midfield. If Green Bay is going to make a run, they got to make it now.
Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They hand it off, and they get past midfield at the 49.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there.
Second and
He's
5.
hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5.
Rodgers gets a completion, but it was Van Der Esch who read the play perfectly and gets a tackle for loss. Great play there by Van Der Esch. Got to give him some props there.
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
And Rodgers,
escaping the pressure.
He's going to run. He gets past one guy, and he gets to the 3. I'm like, where was this intensity, Rodgers?
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove.
And what kind of tackling was that, or just defense period there by Dallas? That was not a good defensive play. Nobody put a spy on him. If that was not a good defensive run there, I can tell you that right now. But as far as Green Bay is concerned, where was this intensity from earlier? I have a feeling Shifty is, you know, is getting the wood, getting the what is it, the
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
kerosene,
It'll go down as
and
a
the
gain
flame's
of
ready.
6. And that'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before
That
you come
is,
back and make a nice
unless
safe
Green Bay
throw.
can make the
And
comeback
in
of the
this case,
year.
That's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him
It's
create
not
some
impossible,
space,
but
and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
But the way they've been playing,
On second down.
although they get a big hole, and touchdown! And finally, the Green Bay Packers finally get a touchdown with a running touchdown. A touchdown run by Jones. And it took until the third quarter to finally get it.
And that was a very important drive. Of course, they all are when you're trailing in the second half. But what I really liked, they didn't panic. They knew they still had time to run the football and keep playing their game.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up, it's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23-10. So this
All right, so it's 23-10. It's not quite over.
In the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
If you're Green Bay, you got to get a stop. And if you're Dallas, the last thing you want to do is turn it over. Especially given that you finally gave up a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now Pollard. And a good return as he'll be
All right, so he powers his way
to
to the 29. That's where they're going to start by Pollard.
Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. You take care of the ball, not turn
First
it
and
over,
10.
Keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win.
And Prescott makes a run. And he gets 7 yards on that run. Great run.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now that was not a bad scramble there.
I mean, if you're Dallas, you have the lead, so the one thing you got to do is try to run out the clock, but obviously you got to stay aggressive enough to where, you know, you don't want to just be content with running all the time. Because eventually, because if you do that, Green Bay will know how to stop it, so you got to mix it up. You got to mix up your pass and your rushes too. But they're going to run again, and they do get the first down. They get it to the 40. First and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now, of course, I will be stopping by at other people's streams after this, so I don't know if Rockhawk is going to do something. I think he said he was going to hang out with his woman.
Now Elliott.
And another run.
And he'll be taken down before he gets into enemy territory.
And Elliott, of course, being the man that has, you know, sure the runs haven't been big, but he always comes up huge when it comes to getting first downs.
We've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football.
I'm like, who can stop this beast? I know that, you know, I've often said that Zach Jordan Walker's a beast, but you have to admit that Ezekiel Elliott has always been a beast. And I'm not even talking about the Beast from Beauty and the Beast 2.
They'll run on first down.
Although this time they stop him and they stuff him.
Just to the 47.
I mean, that's what I was talking about. You cannot always run. You have to mix up passes too.
It hasn't been his so far.
Because eventually, Green Bay's gonna figure it
Sometimes
out.
all day in play doesn't
So
exactly
you also have to throw in some pass plays too.
tough go for him.
Every time he
Cannot
looks
be
up,
one-dimensional,
somebody's there defensively.
especially when you have the
Somebody's
lead.
on that play.
Oh, he gets the pass off,
On the swing pass.
and
he'll get
does
it
he get enough for a
inside
first down
the
though?
40 to the 39. It'll be
Nope,
a pick
third
on
and
the
inches.
screen,
All right,
and it
big
sets up
conversion
the
here.
third down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football,
And a big opportunity for a stop here by
when you see him drop back to throw,
by
so I
Green
really
Bay.
like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And they do get the first down. And they get it to their second running back, Pollard.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it.
I mean, dude, you're 300 pounds, dude.
Able to push forward, pick up that
Well,
first.
at least 300 pounds of muscle. Actually, let me look at your weight. Hold on. I actually have your weight listed here. Yeah, you weigh 300 pounds.
The 37 on 1st and 10.
But that's just purely by design. That's not by.
But this time it's Elliott. And he'll slice his way down to the
That's
30
purely
to
by
the 37.
by position,
Looks
not
to me
by
like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of
I have to think
get
that the
feeling
real
defense
Zach
gets
Walker
tired.
doesn't weigh
And that's
that
the
much,
last
but
thing they need, especially when they look up at
the
scoreboard.
player Zach Walker, Jordan Walker,
3
whatever you want to
yards
call him,
remain for second
yeah, he
down.
weighs 300 pounds. I wouldn't put it past him that he can bench press 600.
And it's caught over the middle.
And
Wilson.
another completion by Prescott. And he gets it to Wilson. Wilson also contributing to the cause. And that's the end of the third. We now go to the fourth.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
All right. 1st and 10 at the 21.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead
And they
for
get
right
8
around
or
3
they get 3 yards
yards,
on
but
that.
no more than that.
2nd and 7.
Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders
All right,
in the
23 and
box
10.
coming after them, trying to keep them from locking
Dallas,
down a
if they
game.
can get a
Right now,
touchdown,
they're
they can
gonna show the
pretty
world
much
they're up to the challenge.
run away with. I can't even talk.
Meanwhile, Prescott's
If they
throw
score here,
completed into the hands
a
of
touchdown,
Schultz here. And the
then
Cowboys
it'll
are
be
back
next to
first and
impossible.
goal as he's
I don't want to
taken
say
down
it's
about the 8-yard
impossible,
line.
but
Partner, I
it'll
like
be
that
very
they're staying
improbable.
aggressive on offense
So
because to me,
if you're
this
Green Bay,
drive
you got to find a way to
was
get a
known
stop
as a
somehow,
throwaway
some
drive.
way.
You score here,
And of course,
I'm like,
Joker
this
very
could be
upset.
good. I like the fact
And
that
why
they're
would he
playing
not
with
be?
confidence and not
His
playing with
his
fear.
quarterback put them in this situation, and now they have to find a way to stop it. And now Joker trying to get to him.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
And wait, did he get enough forward progress? Did he break the plane?
Passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are feeling good as they extend their
Well, they
lead
got
in
it to
the
Schultz,
Super Bowl.
but let's see if the ball broke the plane. If it did, it'll be a touchdown.
Definition of a putaway drive.
Yeah, sure,
Got it
just
off.
pops right
Okay.
out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already.
Okay, that's not a good angle. Can we see an overhead angle,
Keep
please?
converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys.
I
up
guess
to
it-
go for
I
the
guess it did
2-point
count.
try.
2-point conversion here,
Prescott, they're gonna throw for
and they got it.
And
2-point
he'll get
conversion
in the end
complete.
zone to extend the
So
lead
now it's
by 2
31-10.
more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And of course, they got it to the same man who scored that touchdown, Schultz. Yeah, it may very well repeat itself. Let me see.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packers offense set to go. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight.
Okay. All right. I didn't see a fumble in a long time. Well, you never know.
Bring the pack up first and 10.
First and 10.
27. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers.
Right now, they're just playing for their own pride at this point. Well, and even if oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Of course, Turner with an injury.
We'll check on his status when we get back.
You know, last thing you want to do is get injured. I mean, of course, that was a completion to Davante Adams, but you know, hopefully Turner's okay. Anyway, there you see the big back of Gregory Blakely. Of course, most people know him best as the man behind the character known as Dragonheart. But yeah, Gregory, dude, Zach, Gregory is just as big, if not just a little less big than you. But I have to think that he's made it very difficult for, you know, Green Bay and their players, you know, to try to stop him or any of his teammates from reaching, you know, Aaron Rodgers, and for, you know, the fact that they've made Rodgers make bad throws. I mean, that you also have to contribute that to the defense as well.
Rodgers now to throw. He'll find Jones
And,
again.
well, he gets away from one tackle, but does he get enough for a first down? He does.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game.
And I mean, I can see Shifty right now. He's like, just a few more minutes, and I'm going to be putting him through the field, through a table. I don't know if Shifty's still in the chat. I don't blame him if he isn't. Really, I don't. Although he does get a completion, does Rodgers? Although it's like, where was this earlier?
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Yeah, exactly. And now Rodgers. Yeah, this time they were not fooled. And in fact, Lewis got a hold of him and only allowed 3 yards.
Or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on second
and a completion this time to, of course, Shifty. But I'm like, and I have to think that Shifty's like, well, how come I haven't gotten too many receptions? I've only gotten 3.
When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking.
But yeah, I was really hoping for a more closely contested game. But so far, it's been mostly Dallas.
Run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And a screen pass, but they don't get very far.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up.
And the man who stopped him, Gregory Blakely.
When you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Excuse me.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl,
I apologize for doing this sick, but I wanted to get this done.
Now Rodgers
and Rodgers, well, he does give Shifty a touchdown, but again, it may be too little too late. However, Shifty does get himself a touchdown, so it's not like Shifty didn't contribute anything. In fact, you could say he contributed far more than what Rodgers had been able to contribute himself.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's
But as
chance.
stated before, though, the worst thing that Dallas could do is turn it over immediately. All right, so now it is a excuse me, a 14-point game. No, absolutely not. Do not force it. No reason to.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
All right, they take it out.
Tony Pollard from his end zone. And they'll get him down
and they
right
get it to the 25.
Yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott, responsible for well over 100 yards of total offense, but still hasn't found the end zone. You think that's in the back of his mind going into this drive?
It's always in the back of the mind of a player having that type of a day, because you
All
want
right.
that gratification for your work, right? You want that stamp on top of everything.
So a little less than 6 minutes left to go. First and 10 at the 25. So if you're Dallas, you definitely need to mix it up. But again, do not be careless. The worst thing you can do is just throw an interception here. And wait, was that caught? That was caught. Caught by Amari Cooper, and he went out of bounds. So that stops the clock, which is probably not the one thing you wanted to do, but it keeps the drive alive.
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
Yeah, great catch. Caught it before going out of bounds, so, you know, great play there by Cooper. Would have loved to have stayed in bounds to keep the clock going, but, well, it is what it is. Oh, now, wait a minute. Green Bay is going to challenge this. What are they challenging? They're challenging whether or not he actually had possession before going out of bounds. I want to say he did, but let's see. Let me look at this again.
Because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call. So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout.
Well, the play is going to stand, and as a result, Green Bay loses a timeout, so they're down to 2. That was not a good challenge.
They'll come up on a 1st and 10.
So Dallas still is in possession of the ball. They hand it off.
First down. It's Elliott, and this play will be blown
And they
up.
only get 1 yard on that one.
Back at the 38. 2 yards the
Or actually
loss,
2,
2nd and 12.
believe it or not.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott.
And that was a dicey throw, because that could have been easily picked off. But instead, it results in an incompletion. Now this is a big 3rd down. If you're Green Bay, you would love to get this and take over and cut into the lead some more.
The Cowboys on 3rd down.
Big 3rd down conversion for Dallas, however, as well.
This is 3rd down and 12.
Prescott looking for somebody. And, well, he had it in his hands, but he dropped it. And now that's going to result in Dallas punting. So this is the first time that Clinton is going to have to punt the ball.
Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out.
So let's see how Clinton does as a punter. Kicks it away. All right, not too bad. They'll have to start at the 32, though.
Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles, at the start of the game.
5:11 left to go at the 32, 1st and 10.
So to speak.
Love seeing how someone can
And also, for those of you just coming in, if I sound sad, I'm not sad. It's just because I'm trying to recover from sickness. So if I sound sad, I'm not sad. It's just because of that. So just wanted to, put that disclaimer out there. And a completion, and does he get enough for a 1st down? Nope, 2nd and inches.
And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown.
We were just talking about how Dallas should not have to force it. Well, they should not have. Well, now it's up to the defense to get it done.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Rodgers.
A completion to Shifty.
Complete to his tight end. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
And a 1st down.
2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's
and they get it to the 40.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
All right, 1st and 10 at the 40, past midfield. They hand it
off.
off, and they get 3 yards on that one.
Forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football
But yeah,
team.
you just don't want to run right into Gregory Blakely, because he could just stop it cold and limit you to 3 yards a gain.
As we just saw there, that's a big day.
So yeah, you got to do something better than that.
On 2nd and 7,
Rodgers completion and goes out of bounds, which is more important because not only do they get the 1st down, they also stop the clock. Of course, Prescott celebrating early, but he cannot be doing that. Anyway, completion to Davante Adams back when he was still with the team. And not only do they get the 1st down, they stop the clock by going out of bounds. So
here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Rodgers gets it to, well, he tried to find somebody. He got it to Shifty, but they covered him down. 2 yards.
Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Shotgun now for
A completion to Shifty, and he got it.
a great play there.
Can you believe this?
2nd
2 touchdowns for Shifty. And just like that, Green Bay is within striking distance.
Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be
And then Zach Walker's like, no. Yeah, could not take down Shifty, and Shifty made his way in.
Now Crosby for the point after.
And now, just like that, it is now a 1-touchdown game. And I don't know if Shifty's still in the chat, but dude, 2 touchdowns, man. Yeah, it is insane. It's just not the insane one. Pun intended. No, just kidding. No, insane one's cool. I like him. All right, here we go. Now, if you're Dallas, you want to keep the ball. And you get it to the 28. Not bad. But yeah, at this point, if you just make first downs, you'll win this game. The worst thing you can do is go 3 and out. You know what? That's absolutely right, Brandon. Always making a late game comeback, and by then, it's too late. Or who knows? Maybe Dallas chokes this one away.
So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They hand it off. Oh, no, wait a minute. We got a flag.
And he's going to be taken down.
All right, let's see what the flag is. What's the flag? We have a hold on, I believe that's Dallas. And it's against Lyle Collins, the right tackle. That's not a good penalty. Because now what that does is it puts you in a 1st and 20 situation. And it puts you at the 18. So now that makes a first down. Well, I don't want to say it's impossible, but it makes it much more difficult. I can tell you that right now. And in fact, if you're Dallas, the last thing you wanted to do was make penalties or commit penalties. Oh, now wait a minute. Ooh. Oh, that almost got tipped up for an interception, but instead it's incomplete. 2nd and 20.
2nd and 20.
Prescott gets away, and he has to throw it away. So now it's 3rd and 20. What's going on, a woman?
Your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here,
so now this is a big 3rd down stop here for Green Bay. And if you're Dallas, if somehow you make this 3rd down conversion, it'll dedefinitely rip the heart out of Green Bay, that's for sure. And oh, for a moment I thought he had it, but he did not. 4th and 20. So now this means that Green Bay has a chance to tie the game with 2.5 minutes left to go.
And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings,
well, let's find out where they're going to start at. Punts it away. Not very far, unfortunately. And in fact, they're going to start at the 47. So now Green Bay has a chance to tie this game. So now if you're Dallas, now it's up to you to try to get a big play on defense.
They have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on 1st.
So now it's up to John, Darius Helms, and Gregory Blakely. It's going to be up to those guys and the rest of the defense to stop them right here. And if Green Bay somehow can make a comeback, oh, well, they get it to Shifty the Clown, and they get 5 yards on that. All right. I don't know if Shifty's still in the chat, but dude, if you're here, this could potentially be the comeback. Although, just as I say that, I might jinx it. I hope I didn't. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see.
You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Rogers, he's going to try to make a run for it. He does. All right, so he does get the first down, and a 2-minute warning goes up, so that stops the clock immediately. Of course, now it's at 1:51, but hopefully you did.
So it's Packer football here as we
hopefully it, oh, I see. Oh, you mean jinx them? Yeah. Well, let's see. Again, I'm trying to stay impartial here, folks. Although he gets a first down and a whole lot more, now they're at the 11. They have 2 timeouts left, so they can use that if they need to.
They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Big play for Dallas, big play for Green Bay, and wait, was that a... Oh, he got it. I thought for a moment he dropped it, but no, he got it at the 4. Second and 3.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw.
I mean, this would be insane if Green Bay came back and tied this game up and forced overtime. That would be insane. And, well, throws it away. 3rd and 3. They only need 3 yards just to get a fresh set of downs.
Typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
But obviously, they cannot settle for a field goal, obviously. I mean, if they do, they'd be absolutely, you know, they would be looked upon as idiots for not going for it. 3rd and 3.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Rogers to throw. Rogers
gets it, and touchdown! Green Bay! And he gets it to who else? Davante Adams. I cannot believe it.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself.
And just like that, they are just an extra point away from tying this game up. But there is 54 seconds left. But first, they got to make this extra point, though. If they miss it, it's over. They don't. It's 31-31. However, like I mentioned before, there's 54 seconds left. All Dallas has to do is go down the length of the field, close enough to get a field goal, and who's going to be the man that's going to help? Clinton Flippin. I.e. Clinton's Warp Productions. So, Zach, if you're gonna help win this game, you got to make it happen. You got to protect Prescott. You got to make running lanes. And then, when it's up to Clinton to kick that ball, you're also the guy that snaps the ball, by the way, for the kicking team. I don't know if you knew that. Anyway, takes it out. And they'll have to start at the 24 with 51 seconds left.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock, or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
Obviously, if you're Green Bay, you got to try to find a way to stop them. All right, here we go. Prescott. And that was incomplete. Never mind. Anyway, there you see Clinton. You got to try to get to the 30-yard line. because that's where he's hit before.
After the incomplete pass here now.
Well, obviously you got to get your first downs. You still have all 3 timeouts left should you need him. A completion, but he does not get very far. He gets only 4 yards on that. 3rd and 6.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to
Not very good clock management, unfortunately. But that comes down to the coach, unfortunately. All right, here we go. 3rd and 6. They got to get this. I'm like, what are they waiting for? Let's do it. Come on. Guys. Okay, finally, he got it. Is he going to heave it?
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
Wow. You have got to be kidding me. Why would you wait that long? Make a play, do something, but don't stand there. Wow, it's all going to come down to overtime rules. Really? I'll tell you what, though. Remember what I mentioned? Remember how Shifty said that he was going to choke slam Rodgers through a flaming table? I have a feeling that both Zach Walker and Clinton are going to do the same thing to Mike McCarthy should Dallas end up losing this game. No, God. Oh, you meant to say got screwed, not God. No. Let me see. Or actually, I think you might have had. But yeah, God didn't screw you. You got screwed. Had to point that out there. Anyway, but however, Dallas starts with the ball. Now, obviously, if Dallas scores on a touchdown in their first possession, they win. Exactly.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They control their own destiny.
All right, 1st and 10.
Football in overtime, obviously a touchdown would win it.
A fake, and he gets it. And, ooh, for a moment I thought he was going to break away, but he gets it to the 46. Not bad. Gets it to Amari Cooper.
To win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now. The ones who are doing their best, they need to go down and attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
They hand it off. And, well, only gets 3 yards on that one.
He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're
yeah, you definitely got to mix in your runs with your passes. So that's what you got to do.
Frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
All right, 2nd and 7.
Now Prescott.
They get the completion, and they get to within field goal range, but. However, a field goal at this point would mean that, yeah, you take the lead by 3, but it doesn't win you the game. Instead, it just gives the other team a chance to either tie or go ahead and win. And yes, this is 2010 to 2021 rules when it comes to the overtime period. All right, here we go.
1st down, Prescott.
Prescott gets it off. And, well, he only manages to get 1 yard on that one.
I think you would agree. Just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play, gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there.
And of course, that was Joker's first tackle.
In there, took the hit, dumped it out to the outside, and now they pick up some yardage, and you have a back that's grateful to you and will continue to make plays.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
All right, 2nd and 9.
They
hand it off. But, yeah, now it's starting to become a bit too predictable. You're going to have to either pass or, if you're going to run it, you better have people blocking.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free.
All right, 3rd and 6. Here we go.
Like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
And wait, did he get it? He caught it. Wow, he caught it at the 16. I thought for a moment, I thought it was picked for a moment, but no, CD Lamb got it. Great job. Of course, you're going to have to give credit to CD Lamb. Yeah, caught it before he was, got in front of it before Jair Alexander could get to it. Great catch.
While this one continues downfield.
I mean, you're gonna have to give CD Lamb some kudos for that. But right now, it's at the 16, 1st and 10. At this point, time does not matter at this point. You just have to get it done. And he's gonna run for it. But hold on to the ball does Prescott to get to a 2nd and 3.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd down and 3.
Prescott. Oh my goodness. That could have been picked off. But instead, it's a 3rd and 3.
You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
All right, let's see what Walker does as he snaps the ball. I'm gonna watch Walker a little bit. All right, he's blocking. And it's over! Touchdown, Dallas! They win, and CD Lamb gets his 2nd touchdown. It's a big one. And Dallas has won their 2nd championship their 2nd championship in 4 seasons. Sorry. But Zach Walker had a huge play in it because without him, Prescott does not get that open, or not Prescott, sorry. Prescott doesn't have enough time to get to the open man, which was CD Lamb. And the Cowboys have won their 2nd championship in 4 seasons. So the Cowboys, they won with Clinton, who I don't. Be honest with me, Clinton. You didn't think you were ever going to be drafted by the Cowboys. And then Jordan Walker wins his 2nd ring. As does Gregory Blakely. Of course, back then, Gregory was a tight end. And they also added Darius Helms at free safety. And NBA John, who we saw early in the game, get an interception from earlier.
Incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. When he says I did not, he means he didn't expect to be drafted by the Cowboys. And of course, the player of the game is Dak Prescott, which shouldn't come as any surprise, really. But for Clinton, he wins his 2nd ring, his 2nd championship in 3 seasons, rather. Excuse me. He won his first with the Denver Broncos. Of course, at the time, he was the quarterback because, well, this was back when they didn't have a good quarterback. And then here, Dallas has a quarterback. They just needed some help with the kicking game. In fact, let's take a look at the stats really quickly. Although I really think they kind of robbed you from being the MVP, though. Yeah, I'll give you that. All right, so yeah, he had the higher rating and then had more passing yards, a slightly less completion percentage, more touchdowns, and less interceptions, so he had the better game. And then, let's see. When it comes to touchdowns for rushes, Aaron Jones has a touchdown. But yeah, this man right here was a beast. He was the reason why they, kept getting first downs for short yardages and whatnot. Shifty the Clown, he had 2 touchdown receptions. So the thing about Shifty was that, okay, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. And that's all you could do was contain him to just 2 touchdown receptions. CeeDee Lamb had 2, including the game winner. Devontae Adams had 1. Dalton Schultz had 1. And then we get to blocking. Now, this is the one where Zach Walker comes in. Or Jordan Walker, sorry. Offensive linemen are judged on 2 things. Sacks allowed and pancake blocks. Pancake blocks is a positive stat. What that is it's how many times have you put the defensive lineman on their back, like as flat as a pancake. Zach Martin did. But then there's the negative stat, which is how many sacks did you allow? Jordan Walker allowed 1 sack, but on the whole, he did a great job. And then defensively, you had Jordan Lewis with an interception, Jair Alexander with an interception. Oh yeah, and the guy that has the most tackles, I almost forgot to check this, is the guy with the most tackles. Oh, let me sort this really quick. There we go. The guy with the most with the most tackles, is Devondre Campbell. And then a lot of guys tied for most tackles for loss. But Zadarius Smith, that man was a beast. Because that man, like without him, this game would have been this game would have been a runaway. It would not have been a question, but he kept his team in. So you have to credit him for doing his job. And then let's also credit MBN John for doing his job, because I mean he was the one that got that interception that led to a 3-point score early in the game. Your first time coming back. Hey, I'm happy for you, man. Definitely. And then nobody had defensive touchdowns. Okay, cool. Okay, now for Clinton. Field goals made. He had 3 of them, so he accounts for 3. A field goal is worth 3 points, so he had 3 of them. So Clinton is responsible for 9, and then when you include extra points made, he had 2. So 11 of those points belong to Clinton. So give him credit for that. And then Clinton only had to punt the ball twice. You would rather have him not punt at all, but but other than that, he did pretty well. All things considering. 11 points. Absolutely. Nobody had any kick or punt return touchdowns, so that's fine. But yes, 11 of those points belong to Clinton. And we finished the game, man. So congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys. Hold on a second. Of course, let's not forget that this is Madden. This is not real life. Because if this was real life, the Cowboys probably would have found a way to lose. Let's just be real. But as Zach Jordan Walker has often said, and he proved himself to be right when he said that this Dallas Cowboys team is built different. And that's absolutely true because they proved it. They had the best center in the game. They had the best defensive tackle in the game, free safety in the game, middle linebacker in the game, and in the case of Clinton, the best kicker / punter in the game. They had all the other pieces. Like the Cowboys had all the other pieces to make it happen. They just needed those pieces to make it all work, and they did it. So congratulations to the Cowboys. And great effort on the part of the Packers. They made it a much more interesting game. I thought this was going to be a blowout, but no. They made it interesting. It was a lot more closer than it should have been, but hey, you'll take it all the way. All right. Oh, before I forget, let me do this though. I'm getting ready for Mania, of course, but that's going to be for tomorrow, so do stay tuned for that. Let me do this for you guys. Hold on a moment. I want to give, since 2 of you are here, I'm going to give you, see those? Those are your championship rings. 1 for each of you. Clinton and Mr. Walker. I mean, you already had rings, so now that's your second one. Well, of course, you're not the only ones. I mean, of course, for Gregory, that's his second ring too. And then for John, that's his second ring. Last time he won a championship, it was with the Kansas City Chiefs, and that was 4 seasons ago, actually. Now that I remember. And then, and for Darius Helms, that's his first ring. So he gets his first. But for all of us here, this is the Blue Toad signing off. I'm going to get some rest. I'm going to have some turkey. And I'm going to hang out in the chat in other I'm going to be in other people's streams in the chats. But outside of that, I'm going to get some rest. And I'm also going to get ready for Mania. I will mention this, though. In fact, actually, you know what, Zach? I have one thing to mention since you're here. And I'm only saying this just because you're here. I have some good news for you, sir. Also, thank you, Patty. Wait, Zach? I have some good news for you, sir. or Jordan, whatever you prefer. I was just wondering if you were still in the chat there, Mr. Walker. Of course, I will be talking to certain players about positions and things like that off camera, but that's a separate issue. I'll talk to them behind the scenes though. hmm. Hmm. I guess if I have to say it, then I'll say it. I recently signed one of your guys, Zach, to a deal for Blue Toad Wrestling, Mr. Zach Walker. Just wanted to mention that little part there. But other than that, though, I'm happy that you guys enjoyed it. and I'm definitely going to get some rest. But from all of us here, this is the Blue Toad, or the cat, TJ, whatever you want to call me. I want to wish all of you the happiest of Thanksgivings, and enjoy the rest of the day. And if anyone else is doing streams, I'll be checking those streams out. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm at 100% by then. Until then, have a great day. God bless, and happy holidays. Peace out.